from
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
From the Club for Gymnastics in Elkhart, Michiana Video proudly presents Indiana High School Girls Gymnastics. Tonight, the competitors from New Prairie and Westville High Schools visit the Elkhart Lions. Gary Martin is the executive producer of Michiana Video. Former Elkhart Central Blue Blazers standout Libby Yeakey has expert commentary, and I'm Matt Yeakey. Good evening from cold, snowy Elkhart. It's a great evening for gymnastics. The weather outside is cold and snowy, Libby, but...
yeah, I think we will. The team has been off to a great start this season.
They are. They're ranked 4th in the state with their 107.85 team score. Reagan Iannarelli and Maya Betancourt are both top 5 in beam, and they're both in the top in floor scores as well. And so a lot of good individual efforts. Team effort so far has been good. Elkhart winning the East-West Invite. They had a team score of 107.85. So a lot of high expectations for this team.
Yeah, and it's a really well-rounded team. We have a lot of seniors and juniors leading the way with an also strong freshman class. So hopefully they'll keep it up for many years to come.
And Elkhart will start on the vault tonight. And we'll bring you all that exciting competition. They're going through their practice vaults right now. And so Madison Holderman will lead off. Westville and New Prairie practice at clubs. They don't have a home high school gym. And so when they have the opportunity to compete, they want to come over here to Elkhart and face these Lions.
Yeah, it's honestly a really great opportunity for them. I think it's sad that more high schools in our area do not have gyms for gymnastics.
And a small school like Westville in particular, to see 5 young ladies competing in a very difficult sport is wonderful to see. And so we'll try to identify those girls as we can. Might have to grab a Westville coach at some point. We have some identifiers for New Prairie. Of course, the focus will be on the Elkhart athletes, but of course, we love to showcase everybody as much as we can, so we'll bring you all the exciting gymnastics action tonight. And as you mentioned, Libby, there's just 2 seniors, Janelle Abarca and Aubrey Fruth for Elkhart. Reagan Iannarelli and Mariah Valentine are the juniors. Maya Betancourt is a sophomore, and Kaylee Brown, Madison Holdeman, and Kat Tyrakowski are the freshmen for the Lions.
And Mariah Valentine is unfortunately out with an injury tonight, so she will not be competing, but she typically is a very key component to this team.
So we wish Mariah all the best. A very difficult, physically demanding sport, and so hopefully Mariah makes a good recovery from her injury. And as we talked with Coach Crowder before the meet tonight, the key is really to peak at sectional.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're on the way to that. We have Reagan Iannarelli, who is also overcoming an injury from last year. So she's slowly but surely getting all of her skills back from that injury. So we're hoping that she will continue to grow and obviously put in more difficult skills by sectionals.
And Reagan actually had an ACL in a very difficult injury to come back from, so certainly she's rounding the shape. Had a chance to talk with her mom, Jamie, assistant coach here for Elkhart, and Coach Crowder, and just real high expectations for this group.
Yeah, and she's been doing gymnastics since she was 6 years old, so clearly it's a passion because
she does.
Yeah, it's a hard injury to come back from.
No question. And it looks like we're about ready to get underway here in Elkhart.
I believe Maya is going to warm up her pike souk that she will be competing later.
Okay. So she's going to do that first before we see Madison.
Unfortunately, the vault warm-ups take a while because you constantly have to move the vault up and down depending on the skill.
Yeah.
So Maya needs the vault on a pretty high setting considering she's going to try to do a half pike off of it. So she needs all the flight that she can get. A lot of these girls are also coaches at the club now, which is super cool that they're able to share their love for gymnastics with the younger kids. So that's awesome.
And you know all of these young ladies, don't you?
I do. I taught many of them. I'm very proud to see how far they've come from when they were little.
And I should mention Coach Kathy Crowder experience coaching gymnastics in the club for gymnastics here on Industrial Parkway on the east side of Elkhart, a really nice facility and a tremendous amount of club activity and for young girls to be introduced to gymnastics.
Yeah, they do a very nice
great.
job here. With the help of Jamie, as you mentioned, the assistant high school coach, and of course Kathy's niece, Ellie Dobson, they definitely have a good system going here.
So I think we're about ready to get underway, Libby. Am I correct?
Hope. They're moving the vault back down.
So we are beginning the bars competition. There's a rotation in gymnastics between the vault, the beam, the floor, and the vault. And so the Elkhart competitors will start here. And, of course, New Prairie and I believe Westville will both do their bars routine while Elkhart is on the vault.
The home team typically follows the Olympic rotation, which is vault, bars, beam, floor. So at a home meet, that is typically what we get unless it's an invite.
So we'll have that expectation tonight.
And it looks like Madison is about to prepare for her vault.
She has a half on full with a degree of difficulty or score value, I should say score value, 9.2.
Which can be a high-scoring vault as long as she has a good form, nice form-type body.
And each competitor will have 2 scoring vaults. The higher score will be scored. Madison is a freshman at Elkhart High School.
And here she goes with her first vault.
Oh, a little stumble there.
That's okay.
She'll get another chance.
Sometimes all it takes to get one bad one out of the way.
Absolutely.
That's why they give you 2.
That's right. So Madison Holdeman will have her second. Her nickname is Maddie.
That's okay. You know what? She stuck it.
She's still working on it.
Yeah.
And
at least she didn't fall, right?
Absolutely.
I do feel bad for her poor feet on that cement, though. That can't feel
cold.
good.
It's a little cold and hard. Oh, my goodness.
I think that might be a problem for tonight, considering it is so cold.
Yeah, exactly. Our next competitor is going to be Aubrey Fruth.
And she's
Aubrey's
going to do
one
a
of our
half,
seniors.
yeah,
she's
she's
a
going to do a
captain.
half on and a half off, which is a start value of a 9.0. Vault isn't one of her specialties, but she is a very consistent gymnast, which helps a lot to the team score. As long as she's clean, she can put up a good score.
So very consistent.
Yeah, she's a very consistent gymnast from what I've seen.
Aubrey is involved in NHS and has great grades at Elkhart High School. And she helps coach pre-team at the club. And was late to gymnastics, but a nice start for her.
She's very determined, though. She never gives up, which is a
8-3. And she kept her feet.
Yeah, she got it. She knows how to stick a landing. Looks like Madison got an 8.3 on her vault.
8-3 for Madison.
Which, considering, that's a great score.
And we'll try to get your score for Aubrey.
Next up, we have Kat
Tyrakowski, who is one of the freshmen on the team.
Yes, and she's been at gymnastics for quite a long time. She's also just a great worker, never gives up, really tries hard, great attitude.
And she's going to do a half on, full off with a skill value of 9.2.
Here's her first vault. Very nice.
Very nice.
She had really great form in the air. She had a little bit of a set, but I don't think that will affect her too much. Looks like she's working on adding another half of that twist, a 1.5 twist, which is super hard, but she has a lot of flight. I bet she'll be able to do that by sectionals.
So Kat will get another opportunity. And
nice.
Another good vault.
Yeah. Very solid,
So-
very consistent.
So a good start for her. It looks like Aubrey had an 8.6.
Yes, Aubrey Fruth with an 8.6. Next up on the vault is Kaylee, which is another one of their freshmen.
Kaylee Brown.
She is also at a start value of a 9.2. She's going to do a half on with a full off. She is also working towards the 1.5 twist, so these girls have a lot of potential in the next upcoming meets. She had great form going onto that board, lots of pre-flight.
And just a step on the dismount.
All things considered, she had great form.
As we continue to bring you some of the action, that's one of the new Prairie competitors. And of course, most of the time you can identify the competitor by the cheers from her teammates. She's on the bars. And we'll try to pick up those names as much as we can for the Cougars and what we can do for the Westville Blackhawks.
Here's Kaylee's second vault. There she goes. Nice. That was better rotation in the air.
That was better. So it looks like Kat had an 8.8.
Very nice. And next we have Janelle, who's one of our seniors. And she is going to do a handspring full, which has a start value of 9.4.
Janelle Abarca. Very nice vault.
Not bad at all. She, like Aubrey, she's involved with a lot within the school as well. She's a part of NHS, Student Athletic Council, and Student Government. Her and Aubrey were also the team captains last year.
So she'll have another opportunity right now.
There you go. Her chest was up better on that last one. And it looks like Kaylee had a 9.0 on vault, which will be great for the team score.
So again, gymnastics has an individual component and a team component.
And they'll take the top 3 scores for each.
For those gymnasts which compete in all 4 rotations. And so Reagan will be next.
She's going to perform a half on, 1.5 off, which is a start value of a 9.6. So we will see what she does.
Reagan.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
She has amazing free flight. You can see how far she goes up before she actually touches the vault table. She's a very powerful gymnast.
And we mentioned Reagan came back from an ACL. She's an all-around. She's really been committed to gymnastics, as Libby mentioned, since she was 6 years old. And
Vault.
Nice.
She has great rotation in the air.
Very difficult vault.
I'm excited to see what she does at sectionals because it's still very new. So still very fresh in the season.
So Janelle had an 8.9.
And last but not least is Maya, and she is doing a pike suit than last year, but her warm-ups looked fantastic.
At Elkhart High School.
She has also been involved in gymnastics for many, many years. She's a great kid. I think it's fun to watch them compete together in high school. So a pike souk is literally pushing off the table with her hands and then doing a pike backflip essentially in the air. So this is a very challenging vault. She needs a lot of flight.
Don't try to do this at home.
Yeah. There she goes. Very impressive.
Wow.
And she had that landing. I think the mat got to her. She'll get it.
She'll get it. 9.2 for Reagan.
Very nice score from Reagan. Yeah, that was a great vault by Maya.
She is our final competitor on the vault tonight for Elkhart High School. There's a great look at her.
Here she goes for her second. There she goes. Yes.
How about
good job,
that?
Maya.
Mercy.
That was incredible.
That was amazing. Our friends from Bowling Vision Center. Amazing happens here. Thanks to all of our rotation. We'll be back on Michiana Video.
Here at A1 Concrete Leveling, we pride ourselves on our experts who will do whatever it takes to restore your concrete to its original condition. We hydraulically pump either a mud concrete mixture or an environmentally friendly polyurethane compound. As soon as we're done, we patch up and you're all set. Make the process as simple and clean as possible. A1 Concrete Leveling.
Looking for a Medicare plan's easy, right? If you like reviewing dozens of plans all by yourself. Or you can turn to Health Markets and let your local licensed insurance agent help make it easier to find the right plan for you. Working together will help you compare a range of plans in your area and find the one that fits your needs and budget. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Call the number on your screen to talk with your local Health Markets agent today.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Premium Concrete is a locally owned family business in business since 2004. We're located just across the Elkhart River from tosses in municipal and utility work, along with heavy industrial and commercial concrete projects. We're a proud member and supporter of this outstanding and diverse school system and community. Premium Concrete.
At OSMC, we're surgical and non-surgical experts for your bones, joints, muscles, and more. We take time with you. We listen, then offer you treatment options. You decide on the solution that's right for you. This straightforward approach sets OSMC apart. It's the way to care. Visit osmc.com or call to make your appointment with the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center at any of our 6 Michiana locations.
Hello folks, if you're looking to buy or sell quality new and used sporting goods, make sure to check out Play It Again Sports Elkhart by the Concord Mall. In the meantime, check us out here on Facebook or visit our website. Thanks for watching and best of luck to both teams.
Today's coverage is brought to you by Sanders Pianowski, legal solutions that work, and Premium Concrete Services, your go-to concrete contractors.
At the club for gymnastics in Elkhart, and that was from last Tuesday night, Michigan City beating Elkhart 66-61 in boys basketball. Live action from some of the Westville competitors.
They are warming up for their vault rotation.
Yep. And Elkhart is warming up for their uneven bars competition. And at our next time out, Westville was a little bit late getting here. Didn't really have a chance to talk with their coach and identify the girls, but people will be yelling at them. And so at least probably get first names once they run down the approach to the vault. And at least showcasing these athletes. Elkhart is warming up on the uneven bars. You're going to have 5 competitors there. Madison and Kat, followed by Janelle, Maya, and Reagan.
And as we mentioned before, Westville, they do not have a gym of their own, so they travel along with other teams. So I think it's great that the girls are here and doing the sport that they love.
In a relatively small school in Indiana, and to have 5 girls out here competing is a wonderful testament to them. And I see Coach McKenna for Westville.
That was great form by that vaulter.
So that's great to see. And so Elkhart continuing to warm up as Westville is as well. And New Prairie will also be on the vault once Westville completes their portion of this rotation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that gymnastics it's a very fast-paced sport, but it takes a long time to warm up and actually go through the rotations at times, especially on a cold night like tonight. We want to make sure that the gymnasts are warm before they actually compete.
And you have 3 teams competing, so that adds a little bit to the time element as well.
I believe they are going to start on vault here shortly. We are still warming up on bars.
And so we'll try to listen as much as we can. To the Westville competitors.
Sounds like she's doing a half on, this Westville competitor. She'll do a half twist onto the vault table. And here she goes.
Kaylee.
We have Kaylee from Westville.
All right, Kaylee.
Here she goes. There you go.
All right.
Save it. Oh,
she did.
She fought for it. Good for her. That was her first attempt.
She'll have another chance. So we're about ready. Now we are going on the beam.
The bars.
On the bars, rather. Thanks, Libby.
There's Madison. Just fighting to stay up.
And
very nice.
Nailed
That's a
the
nice
dismount.
basic freshman routine, yeah. Very nice job.
A newly learned kip, back hip circles, and a flyaway dismount.
Yeah. Sounds like the routine is very new, she did a great job. I think bars is arguably one of the hardest events.
I think you're right, and you know that from experience.
I do. I did not like the bars. I had a love-hate relationship with them.
More of a tumbler.
Yeah, I could handle the beam even. The bars, something about it.
Yep.
Takes a different kind of strength.
Well, and you like the vault and the floor, so.
Yeah. And
the beam was really good. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on her. So our next competitor is going to be Kat Tyrakowski.
And you'll see a lot of gymnasts that do basic routines on all of the events, and that's solely to get an all-around score. So even if one routine or one event is not their strongest, they'll still put up a basic routine, which I think is great practice.
And Kat, again, a switch kip for change of direction, clear hip, kip and long hang kip, flyaway dismount.
And here she goes.
Kat Tyrakowski, freshman.
Nice that she connected that. Every time you stop on the bar to swing, you get a deduction. So she's working really hard to connect all these. That's okay. She lost her momentum.
So she'll
get
it
to
back.
Do a back hip circle or a kip up.
Well,
she's going to start a squat on again, I believe. She's going to re-chalk up, and then she's probably going to do a back hip circle to a squat on to get back on the high bar. That's one of the hardest part of bars. You have to keep the momentum going and your legs in the right direction, or else you kill your swing.
And Coach Crowder says Kat's been working very hard on her bars routine. Just a freshman.
There she goes. And she'll
and
finish with her
dismount.
flyaway.
There you go.
She stuck it. Very nice. She shouldn't be so hard on herself. That's a really good routine.
She stuck with it. Way to go, Kat.
And here we have Westfield with another vaulter while we wait. Sounds like we have another Kaylee.
Very popular name in Westville.
That was a nice vault. She'll get rid of that step. She has great form. She's very tight.
Janelle Barca will be next on the bars rather, for Elkhart. That might be Haley.
Haley, Kaylee, whoever you are, you're doing great.
No, you're right. It is Kaylee. My hearing's starting to go as I get older.
Here she goes with her second vault. There she goes. That was better.
That was better for her. And now we're ready
Janelle.
for the uneven beam. Janelle Barca.
She's always been very consistent on bars. Nice uprise to a clear hip. And then she's going to kip up and do an inward dismount. Very cool. You don't see that very often. And she'll dismount and a front flip. There you go.
Very nice.
Very cool. It's a good way to spice up her routine.
Coach says she's been scoring in the low 8s.
Yeah.
And she has a bonus on the dismount.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. I always think it's a nice way to end because that's the last thing the judge sees, obviously. And typically you just get that typical flyaway dismount, so that kind of spices it up a bit.
So it looks like maybe I might be one score behind. That was probably a 6.4 for Kat, and I think we missed Madison's score.
It's another Westville vaulter. Very nice.
Maya will be next for Elkhart.
Maya has a very solid routine. She's very clean. There she goes. Oh, she's stuck. There she goes.
There she kept it. Obviously, you want to connect those.
This upraise series is a very popular way to add more difficulty to your routine. And then she's going to end with a layout. Very clean.
Maya Betancourt.
She's working on adding in her giants and other more difficult skills for her sectionals. But for right now, that's going to give her a really solid score for her all-around score. Here goes, I believe they said Riley for Westville.
Riley. Okay.
Very nice.
She was pleased. And, of course, Reagan.
We'll close on bars for Elkhart.
She's waiting for the go-ahead from our judge, rather.
Thankfully, the judges are doing a fairly quick job with the scoring. Looked like we had an 8.25 for our last competitor on the bars.
That was probably Janelle then.
Yes, that was 8.25 as we await Maya's score. That's a solid score for Janelle. That's very nice. Looks like New Prairie's making their way over to the vault. So they will start their warm-ups after Westville's. And here goes Reagan.
Reagan's all set to go.
nice. She's going to have another upright series like we've been seeing. And she's going to end with a full twist dismount right here. She's going to hit it. There she goes.
Beauty.
Very nice. That obviously adds more difficult to her score. And she's led the team score in bars for the past 2 years. So that's a great accomplishment.
So Elkhart with some excellent skills displayed tonight on the uneven bars. And we can take a break here on Michiana Video.
Hey, welcome to One. You've come to the right place. Here at One Stop Furniture, we offer everything from dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, including mattresses, and so much more. We really are your one-stop shop for all of your home needs. And your biggest benefit, besides excellent prices, we hold inventory of most items and we'll sell to you straight off the showroom floor. No waiting months for your order. Give us a call at 574-322-2012.
Voted the #1 home and garden for Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to littons.com.
You've decided it's time for your kitchen remodel, and the next step is to call Modern Kitchen. We'll create a kitchen as special as you and your family's need, your personal style, giving you a whole new living experience. It becomes your family time, gather with your neighbors time, or just you time. From planning to completion, Modern Kitchen makes your project hassle-free, so you can redesign, remodel, and relax.
Here at A1 Concrete Leveling, we pride ourselves on our experts who will do whatever it takes to restore your concrete to its original condition. We hydraulically pump either a mud concrete mixture or an environmentally friendly polyurethane compound. As soon as we're done, we patch up and you're all set. A1 is here to make the process as simple and clean as possible. A1 Concrete Leveling.
Looking for a Medicare plan's easy, right? If you like reviewing dozens of plans all by yourself. Or you can turn to health markets and let your local licensed insurance agent help make it easier to find the right plan for you. Working together will help you compare a range of plans in your area and find the one that fits your needs and budget. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Call the number on your screen to talk with your local health markets agent today.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Premium Concrete is a locally owned firm from Tom Kurth Field at 712 Richmond Street. Premium Concrete specializes in municipal and utility work, along with heavy industrial and commercial concrete projects. We're a proud member and supporter of this outstanding and diverse school system and community. Premium Concrete.
At OSMC, we're surgical and for your bones, joints, muscles, and more. We take time with you. We listen, then offer you treatment options. You decide on the solution that's right for you. This straightforward approach sets OSMC apart. It's the way to care. Visit osmc.com or call to make your appointment with the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center at any of our 6 Michiana locations.
Hello folks, if you're looking to buy or sell quality new and used sporting goods, make sure to check out Play It Again Sports Elkhart by the Concord Mall. In the meantime, check us out here on Facebook or visit our website. Thanks for watching and best of luck to both teams.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Health Markets, health coverage that's right for you. And Kreider's Mowers, Blowers, and Growers, serving the Michiana area since 1971.
And we're back at the club for gymnastics. We're about ready to see New Prairie High School on the vault. Elkhart has completed the uneven bars. There's going to be a wait because we have 2 judges here tonight, and we want to make sure we stay on schedule. So New Prairie will complete their vault, then we'll rotate just to stay in sync.
So when Elkhart returns, they'll take on the beam.
And I just want to mention, during the football season, we had our Dave Emmons Award winners, where we have a coach who has rendered exemplary service in the elementary, middle school, and high school level, and Kathy Crowder was a recipient this year.
Yeah, she's very deserving. Okay, I believe this is Lily on the vault. She's going to do a half on, half off.
Lily Mannon. Oh, she kind of got her elbows on the table.
It's her first year, it says.
Yeah,
so
first year on gymnastics.
Awesome. Good for her.
Awesome for her to be competing. So Lily will get another effort at her vault. Yeah, I just love anybody that competes.
Yeah, it's a great sport to get involved in.
It's a positive activity.
Here she goes. Her second attempt.
Let's hope Lily does even better than her first.
That's okay.
That was okay.
Like we said earlier, it's still very early
I love
in
she
the
has
season.
she has a great smile, that young lady.
She looks very relieved.
And we want to thank the New Prairie coaches. As I mentioned, Westville got here a little bit late, and very nice of New Prairie to give us the rundown on their team.
Yeah, it's great that they have so much support. It looks like they have 3 coaches.
Here's Caden Knopfsinger. She's also a freshman, half on, half off. Her first year as in gymnastics at the high school level.
Looks like she just did a handspring. That's great. Good for her. A lot of gymnastics is all about just building your confidence as well. And it's a different ballgame when you start competing in the high school level. So these girls will only continue to grow and get better.
The Cougars from New Carlisle, Indiana. Consolidation of Rolling Prairie and New Prairie, or New Carlisle, I should say. So Caden with another chance.
There you go. That was a lot better.
That was better.
Good for her. She was a lot straighter body on the table.
Come on, Caden, give it a smile here.
And it looks like next we'll have Emma True, who is a senior. It's her 3rd year on New Prairie's team.
So Emma will be our next competitor. 7.9 for Lily.
Might have been for Caden, honestly.
That might have been Caden. Yeah, they go through this pretty quick, don't they?
Well, it's a pretty quick score.
Yeah.
So she did a half on, half off. Not bad. We're switching it again, so that must have been 7-1 then for Caden.
Yeah. So here's
Emma
again on her second.
There you go. Like her
All
legs
right.
are better that time, better together. Nice job. And next, I believe we'll have Dixie, who's a sophomore.
So Coach forgot to give us Dixie's last name, but it's her second year on the New Prairie team, and I guess Dixie has a sparkling personality.
She's going to do a half on, half off. Like we said earlier, sometimes the turns start with the vault on different levels. So they need to lower the vault for her.
And there's Dixie. Great look at her. Sophomore at New Prairie High School. Very patient. Waits for the coaches to adjust the table for the vault.
And here goes Dixie.
Very clean.
Yeah, very tight body. She'll want to push off that table a little bit more to get some flight. Staying on the table too long is a deduction, believe it or not. But she was very tight-bodied.
So she'll have another opportunity right now.
And it looks like Emma got an 8-1 on her vault.
She has a nice smile.
There she goes. Oh, she got it. She's
first one might have been a little bit better, but a good vault for Dixie. And so we're going to go to our next.
I believe we have Ashland, who's a junior.
Ashland Flores, or Flores, I should say. She's second year on the New Prairie team.
There she goes. Very nice flight. That's great.
Yeah, good vault.
She had really good flight throughout that. And her coaches even made a comment how much she's improved since her first year. So that's awesome. Good for her. And she still has another year after this, so I'm sure she'll continue to get better and better. Here
Ashland gets another try. There you go.
That was a good landing. She stuck that.
She stuck her dismount, so Ashland Flores.
And then last but not least, we have Maddie, who's a senior.
Fort Lauderdale. So I think that would be Florida Atlantic or Florida International. There's one of the two.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not
Typically,
totally up on
I would say they're a lot warmer, but they're actually...
Yeah, it's cold right now.
Actually getting some snow, believe it or not. She might have to go a little further south. Here she goes, half on, half off.
Oh, that's an anomaly. She'll be fine. So Maddie.
Very nice.
Very nice. A good vault.
Yeah. It looks like Ashland got an 8-5.
She'll be pleased with that. So Maddie Runnels will get another opportunity. 8.55. Oh.
Definitely matters in gymnastics. There you go. Nice.
Very nice. Very clean.
Yeah.
Very clean.
She had better flight off that table that last one, I feel like.
So we'll see with a little break in the action. So we'll take a break on Michiana Video. We'll be back.
Here at A1 Concrete Leveling, we pride ourselves on our experts who will do whatever it takes to restore your concrete to its original condition. We hydraulically pump either a mud concrete mixture or an environmentally friendly polyurethane compound. As soon as we're done, we patch up and you're all set. A1 is here to make the process as simple and clean as possible. A1 Concrete Leveling.
Looking for a Medicare plan's easy, right? If you like reviewing dozens of plans all by yourself. Or you can turn to health markets and let your local licensed insurance agent help make it easier to find the right plan for you. Working together will help you compare a range of plans in your area and find the one that fits your needs and budget. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Call the number on your screen to talk with your local health markets agent today.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Voted the #1 home and garden center. Discover Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to littons.com.
You've decided it's time for your kitchen remodel, and the next step is to call Modern Kitchen. We'll create a kitchen as special as you and your family's need, your personal style, giving you a whole new living experience. It becomes your family time, gather with, or just you time. From planning to completion, Modern Kitchen makes your project hassle-free, so you can redesign, remodel, and relax.
And we're back at the Club for Gymnastics as Elkhart is warming up on the balance beam.
This is actually New Prairie.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that is New Prairie. So why did they do that?
They might be actually competing on beam.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So this is her actual competition right now.
We'll go to that.
I believe this is Caden, if I remember correctly.
It is. So it could be that perhaps because floor takes a little bit longer. Do you think that that's why they're going to put
I'm not sure why they
New
skipped
Prairie?
over Elkhart. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, that was Caden on the beam.
And, of course, floor exercise. You hear the music.
We have Westville on the floor at the moment.
And
round of back handspring.
It's always interesting to me that you have all this music going on and you have girls on the balance beam and they just have to keep their focus. And
yeah. Personally, I kind of liked when the music was playing because it was less quiet, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a good distraction when you were on the beam. It's hard to recover. Front tuck to a front roll to get a connection to a cartwheel. So on the floor, you have to have at least a front pass and a back pass. So that was counted as her front pass.
And I can't remember when they yelled those young ladies.
Her name is Kaylee.
Oh, Kaylee, you're right. It is Kaylee. Now I hear Kaylee.
So another round off by handspring to a straddle.
And simultaneously over on the balance beam, that should be Lily.
Getting started for New Prairie. That was a nice routine for Westville.
So Kaylee's happy with that.
We just had a fall on beam on
Lily's,
that full turn.
Lily likes her jump series, according to her coach's comments.
It was a solid handstand. A lot of times you just need to recenter yourself. But unfortunately, after you fall, you jump back up on the beam because you just want to get it over with. There was her jump series. She did a nice job with that. I can tell why she likes it. And then here's her dismount. Very nice.
All right.
I like how she always gives a smile.
So Lily Mannon was that competitor. And now we have another Westville competitor on the floor.
I'm always interested to hear what music they choose. Floor was always my favorite because you could definitely show some of your personality into it.
Absolutely. And the choreography and the skill set that goes into this
Yeah, floor takes a lot of stamina. It's a hard minute 30.
So Emma from New Prairie is going to be on the beam.
And here she goes. She salutes. She's going to start her routine.
Emma True. She's a senior. And the music will start pretty quick here for Westville. Oh, comes off. Oh, that was kind of a step off, Libby.
Yeah, unfortunately, a fall on beam is a 5/10 deduction. So you want your absolute hardest to fight for that. And here we go on floor as well with Westville. I believe this is Riley from Westville.
Riley from Westville. And we have a split screen for you to catch the exciting action on the beam and on the floor.
Here's Riley's first pass. Looks like a front tuck to a forward roll cartwheel. She's trying to get as many connections as she can to make her start value higher right there. And we have a back tuck dismount on beam. Very nice.
A couple steps, but overall, after a fall, I think that
I think she recovered nicely.
She did.
And here goes Riley's second pass. Front tuck. Oh, front tuck walkout to a front handspring. At this point in the floor routine, catch their breath before that final pass. And here she goes. Front tuck to a forward roll to a cartwheel. You can tell she enjoys floor.
Yeah,
Very
she had
nice.
a lot of personality.
Yeah, that was a great routine.
Nice routine for that young lady.
And it looks like we have Dixie on the balance beam.
She shows her flexibility according to her coach. So a smile for her at the start.
Looks like a jump series to start. The wolf to a split leg leap. Cartwheel series.
Oh.
That's okay. She was trying to save that connection.
She was. She does show that flexibility.
Yeah, it looks like
as
we
her
have the
coach
left
says.
leg split on the beam.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Very nice.
Saved it.
There she goes, her full turn. Every beam routine has to have a full turn in it. And unfortunately, it's a skill that a lot of people fall on. And then a front tuck. Oh, she saved it. I don't think her...
You don't think her bottom hit the
I don't
mat?
know. I couldn't tell.
Okay.
We will have to leave that up to the judges.
So Dixie with a big smile on her face. And Ashland will be next for the Cougars. We don't know who's next yet for Westville on floor, but we'll tell you as soon as we know. Yeah, I think maybe because floor takes a little bit longer, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because we still have Elkhart to... Probably Elkhart will go on beam while New Prairie starts floor, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming. So we'll see.
Elkhart got quite the little break there, though. I hope
Yeah.
they're staying stretched and warm. A break can be a good... Especially before beam. Sometimes I would just want to get it over with. It's one of those events that once it's over, it's like, ooh.
It's a relief.
It is.
Again, folks, 4 inches wide.
Yeah, it's not an easy feat by any stretch.
And
it's more of a mental game.
How far off the mat Libby?
I think it depends on the mats that they put underneath it, and I'm not sure the regulation.
3 feet?
Yeah, I'm not sure how tall the mat can be. There is obviously a rule for that. But
yeah. Ashland is on for New Prairie.
She had a cartwheel to a round-off connection, and she connected it nicely, so that'll definitely raise her score.
Her coach says she has a very solid routine.
And then we just had a round-off back handspring layout on floor, which she has a lot of power.
Ashland Fleris. And Haley is on floor for Westville.
Haley or Kaylee, we're not sure.
No, it's Haley. No,
okay.
No, it's Kaylee, wasn't it?
I don't know. Whoever she is, she's doing great. You can tell she's been a part of gymnastics for a long time. She's very confident.
And a solid routine for Ashland Fleris.
Here she goes with her last pass. It's like a round up backhand spring, tuck.
And it is another Kaylee. And she has a lot of personality.
Yeah, you can tell she enjoys the floor. And on beam, we'll finish with Maddie.
Maddie Runnels.
Very nice routine for Westville.
Nice round of applause.
Very nice.
And a solid.
Yeah,
as far as a
nice
warm-up, yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie will be first to go on the beam.
I believe Ashland didn't. This is her actual routine, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I think at first it was just a warm-up.
It might well have been.
It's hard to go back and forth.
And I think what they're doing also to have Maddie go out there and warm up is just to keep it going.
Yeah, typically they do something that's called a bump touch. So the person that comes prior, they hit.
Right.
They do their warm-up, and then the next person will go, and then they're up.
So we're going to have a double header of Maddie's on the beam. Maddie Runnels from New Prairie right now competing.
I believe this is Ashland, actually.
Was that Ashland? Okay.
I think before she was doing her warm-up.
Oh, okay. That was just the bump.
The bump touches are throwing us off.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Maddie.
Keep hearing Maddie, Libby.
I don't know who just bump touched, though. I'm confused.
Well, I think that there's no.
They should just wear name tags for us.
No, you don't want to do that.
It's the only way.
The girls. And we're about ready to start as Maddie finishes up from New Prairie. There she goes.
Okay. Elkhart must have been doing their touch. There we go.
So we're back on practice on the beam for Elkhart as Westville competes in the floor. And we'll get this young lady's name as they cheer for her.
Hit a cat to an aerial. Very nice. I believe this girl's name is Kaylee.
Mm-hmm.
So switch leg beat.
Kaylee to Kylie.
Lots of tongue twisters on this team.
Oh, boy.
Very nice. She has a lot of twisting jumps, which should raise her difficulty. Okay, we have a round off back handspring to a twist front roll. Like we said earlier, during this time, they're probably putting in a lot of dance to try to catch their breath before that last pass. She makes her way to her corner. And here goes the third pass. Round off back handspring, back tuck. That was a nice routine.
Okay.
Very nice for Westville.
Kylie from Westville, the Blackhawks.
And here we go on beam. I believe we're competing now.
Now we're competing. And this is Madison.
Backwards roll. This is her front turn. Saved it. Nice job. Just going to try to make this connection for a cartwheel series. Save it.
Save it. Oh!
Ugh. That's okay. She'll finish strong, I'm sure.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was very solid.
And just get ready for her dismount.
She's going to do something called a branny. There you go. Very nice.
And very solid.
That's basically like a front half, but it's kind of like a round off in the air. Very good. She finished strong. That's the way
Madison
to do it.
Holdeman for Elkhart High School.
She's only a freshman as well, so that's very impressive.
So she's in the freshman division, not too far from the club for gymnastics here in Elkhart. Just east of downtown. And, of course, as I mentioned, the club is Industrial Park in the east side of Elkhart.
We have Janelle just warming up on the floor, some of her beam tumbling. And like we mentioned before, Aubrey's doing her bump touch. So she's just touching before the next competitor, which is Kat.
Kat Tyrakowski will be next. And she's also one of those freshmen at Elkhart High School in the freshman division. And I will mention it's nice to see our executive principal, Mr. Kerry Anderson, here tonight, taking in the action. You see Mr. Anderson about every place, supporting student athletes and students. He's done a nice job at Elkhart, 5th year of Elkhart High School. Can you believe it? It's been 5 years.
I know, I can't. Seems crazy to me.
It flies, time flies on you. New Prairie's warming up on the floor, and we're about ready.
And Kat is preparing for her beam.
She has a wolf jump, a half split to a 3/4 tuck jump, a cartwheel series, a back walkover, and a cartwheel to a back tuck dismount. So she's working hard on it.
Yeah, she's a really hard worker. She always has been. She definitely doesn't give up. Unfortunately, she's missing a flight move, which would help her difficulty. But as long as she is very solid with these skills, she could get a fairly high score. And here she goes.
Here's Kat.
Start with her cartwheel series. Nice connection. There you go. That was her connection. It's supposed to be a fluid movement. And that's that quarter split to 3/4 tuck.
You can kind of tell she's
Just
working on that, isn't she?
Yeah. It's hard to twist
yeah,
on a beam.
it is.
You can't let your balance go at all. Back walkover. She needs to take a breath. I think she's frazzled.
You just almost have that focus or that spot, don't you, Libby, when you're doing this?
You're supposed to technically spot the end of the beam.
Right.
But obviously when you're twisting through the air, that's easier said than done. It's hard to stay square.
Yes.
There she goes. She's building her confidence back up.
There you go, Kat.
She'll do her cartwheel to a back tuck dismount. There you go. She got that connection, so that should help her.
All right, Kat Tyrakowski for Elkhart High School.
You can tell she's a little bit defeated, but she'll finish well on floor.
Yeah, beam's difficult, and she's working hard.
Right. She's awesome with the girls. And we have Janelle, who's bump touching on the beam. So this is her warm-up.
Before we go to Aubrey.
And I think New Prairie is going to start on floor shortly.
Yeah, my guess is they're just trying to keep this flowing. It's a drive as you can to get the girls home.
Mm-hmm.
the one advantage they have, they're in the central time zone, so
Yeah.
they're an hour behind us.
They're both great girls, though. Great teams. You can tell they're super flexible and just happy to be here.
And they love to compete.
Here she goes, starting on floor.
So according to our notes, this would be Ashland. And we're about ready to start on beam as well.
And here goes Aubrey on beam.
Yes. It's her specialty.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse. She has a really nice back tuck that she'll put into this.
And we also see the floor competition as well.
Here goes Aubrey's back tuck.
And now we have a split screen to help you.
Oh,
I thought she had it.
Me too. She must have just been off-centered. That's a really hard skill. I know she's been working on that for a while, so hopefully by sectionals she nails it.
Nice cartwheels.
Yeah, very nice. That was a good series connection. Nice routine by New Prairie. That was Ashland.
Save that.
There's her switch leg leap to a straddle
Very
jump.
nice.
She's going to prepare for her dismount, which is a gainer pike. So she's going to, yep. Ooh, there she goes.
Oh, boy. a difficult routine for Aubrey.
Not going to lie. Yeah, she did a great job.
Oh, good for her.
She'll continue to get that. She has this 10-0 start value, which is huge because she has her bonus dismount, which is the gainer that you just saw. And the tuck obviously helps her as well. So she'll continue to get a lot of control of that tuck and nail it, I'm sure.
And so we have our bump practice.
Maya also has a back tuck in her routine.
And we'll continue to keep you updated as far as the floor. And will be our next competitor for the Cougars.
Looks like we're going to be ready on beam before floor. Floor obviously takes longer to judge considering there's more components to it. So Janelle will be up on the beam soon.
We'll be waiting for Janelle. And again, this is Caden Knopfzinger from New Prairie High School, who will be competing on floor. And it looks like we're about ready.
Looks like Ashland from New Prairie got an 8-4 on the floor. Which, considering she put her hands down on that first pass, that's a pretty good score. Okay, here goes Kaden.
So she can get underway on floor with Caden.
She's going to start her first pass. It's like a round off back handspring, back handspring. I think she missed her jump series right there, but that's okay. Here goes her second pass. Front tuck to a forward roll, to a cartwheel. And Janelle's live on the beam.
So Janelle Abarca now on the beam. And we see a split screen for you. Mr. Gary Martin, our executive producer. Oh,
That's
saved
okay.
it. How about that?
She saved it. Just going to do her front turn. Full turn. There she goes. She needs to take a breath.
Yes.
Recenter herself. Nice jump series.
So now New Prairie done on the floor. Watching Janelle on the beam.
Janelle to a cartwheel roundoff.
And
Nice job.
again,
That was a great
very
connection.
nice.
And her roundoff gives her that flight component that she needs to have a higher start value. So that roundoff really comes in handy.
Oh.
It's okay. She needs to take a breath. There you go.
There she goes.
Unfortunately, that'll affect her score a little bit because those jumps were supposed to be connected. But she'll finish strong right here with her cartwheel to a back tuck. Very nice.
And she does.
Yes.
So Janelle Abarca.
That'll put up a decent score for sure.
Solid performance. Difficult skills.
And it looks like we have Maya next on the beam, and Reagan is doing her touch right now. For New Prairie, I believe this is Lily on the floor.
This will be Lily, yeah. She'll be next for the Cougars. And Lily Mannon.
And it looks like this is her favorite event, and she loves her music, so I'm very excited to hear it.
I'm sure I won't recognize it. You'll have to help me.
Oh, come on. You know this.
I do know this, actually. So she's going more of a classic here for floor
goes.
exercise.
Oh, my. Okay.
This is a staple of floor exercise, this music, actually.
I believe it is. We've been to a lot of meets. You've
I
probably
have,
heard it before.
yeah. I've heard it many times.
Tuck to a forward roll to a cartwheel. And Maya's waiting on the beam.
Maya about ready to go here.
Maya looks like she has a lot of difficult skills in her routine. She has a nice start value with a 10-0. So that's a really great start value to get. Obviously the highest that you could have. So we'll see what she does with it. Here she goes. Looks like she's attempting the switch leg to a back tuck connection for the first time. So after this full turn, I'm sure she'll go for one of her harder skills. She's going to do her jump series. This will be her switch leg to her back tuck, I'm pretty certain.
She took a deep breath there.
Yep, there we go. And there's her connection right there. Boom, hit it.
Oh, I thought she did.
Yeah, I think her chest was a little slow to come up, which caused her to, all of her power to go through her back. That's okay, she'll get it. It's her first time attempting it.
Coach Crowder saying she's working hard on it.
And this is the time to try new skills like that, not at sectionals. So I think it's smart to try to end the routine right now.
Yeah, we have about 6 weeks to go until sectional time.
She had a double stag jump, which that is a bonus because it's a completely blind landing. Your head and your back foot are supposed to practice. Now, that was a great dismount. She stuck it. She should be happy with that routine.
Well
She's
done,
hard on
Maya.
herself, but that was a hard skill.
It was indeed. So Maya with a solid performance on the beam.
I'm excited to see Maya's flourish. She just broke the school records, and she'll see that.
Yes. So Reagan Yanarelli will be next to compete. And we're going to see the competitor there for New Prairie. And this should be Dixie. She's very sassy, according to her coach.
She goes.
Another staple of floor exercise and high school competition on the music.
There are only so many instrumentals that work. Here she goes with her first pass. Front tuck to a forward roll to a cartwheel.
Little stumble there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she'll get that connection, but she tried her best to save it. Ideally, you don't want to have any stop within that connection, and I think that was probably a big enough stop, unfortunately. She goes on her second pass. And she makes her way to the corner. It's like a front handspring, forward roll to a roundoff. Wolf to a split. I don't want to jinx it, but her mom says that she has not had a single fall the entire season. I should have probably saved that note for after the routine.
After she's done.
I think that's very impressive.
It is. Difficult skill.
Full turn. Cartwheel to a roundoff. She gets another flight right there, and she gets a forward connection. You can tell she's very confident on beam. Split jump wolf to a flutter kick.
Nice jump series for her.
Full twist dismount.
And you
Very
didn't
nice.
jinx her. How about that?
I was a little scared to say that note, but I thought that was impressive. You can tell she was really confident. She didn't wobble at all. Good for her.
A little slide step on the dismount, but outstanding routine for Reagan Iannarelli.
And Reagan, you know, she's been working on that back tuck since she was probably 8 years old. I remember spotting her repeatedly on them. So I'm happy she's doing it. She's doing great.
It looks like we had an 8.85 for Maya on her routine as we saw the score posted for her.
With a fall, though, that's very impressive.
It is.
Because remember, a fall's worth 5 tenths.
Yeah,
so,
and a high skill series, so
yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, she can't be too upset with that. That means she didn't get a lot of deductions elsewhere.
And so this is going to be Emma for New Prairie High School. And her coach says she has pretty tumbling. So we'll see her tumbling here.
And Elkhart is down on the beam.
Elkhart's
so
down on the
they
beam.
will make their way to finish on floor.
And we only have 2 more competitors
for
left.
New Prairie.
Yeah, so once these 2 competitors are done, we'll be able to take a commercial break for our sponsors, and we thank them for their sponsorship of Michiana Video, which supports Elkhart High School athletics. And here's Emma. Emma True is a senior at New Prairie.
Here goes her first pass. Looks like we have a front tuck, forward roll, cartwheel. There we go. We also have Westville warming up on beam.
Along as quickly as they
Yes.
can, because you're kind of splitting
For
the
sure.
teams depending on which rotation they're on with 5 competitors.
So far, this is a clean routine from Emma. And she prepares for her next pass. Round off back handspring, back tuck. She had a lot of power on that. That was nice. Good way to end it. It was a nice routine.
So Emma True for New Prairie enjoying her floor exercise, and we're going to end with Maddie Runnels of New Prairie High School on the floor as they continue to warm up on the beam for the Westville Blackhawks. As always, a very nice, appreciative crowd here at the club for gymnastics supporting these gymnasts tonight.
And here goes one of the Westville competitors on the bounce beam.
And I believe this is Kaylee.
I think it was one of the Kayleys.
And she competes.
Oh,
I thought she was going to
I
save
know,
it.
me too.
Yeah.
That's okay.
She'll get back on, takes a deep breath.
She restudies herself. Here she goes with a handstand or a cartwheel. There we go. It's okay. I appreciate that she's taking her time jumping back up on the beam. I feel like so often we just jump right back on because we want to get it over with, you know? Cartwheel. I believe she was trying to get the difficulty for that cartwheel, so she tried it again. Wolf jump. Do a split. There she goes.
Saved it. And Maddie Runnels will start her floor routine.
Front tuck. That's okay. You know, way to finish.
She stuck in there.
Yeah, she did.
And
Beam
so now
can be a frustrating event. Here
so
goes Maddie.
Maddie Runnels. She says her favorite pass is her round off half.
There she goes on her first pass. Her round off half to a forward roll. Can tell she enjoys the floor. She's a lot of energy.
And big smile.
Yeah. And she goes for her second pass. It's like a front tuck to your forward roll and cartwheel. Here goes her last pass. We also have Westville on beam right now. I'm not sure if this is a touch or her performance. There she goes. That was a nice way to end it with that tuck.
Yeah, that she's performing. I
So this
saw
is
that. Yes.
her competition. There she goes. Oh, save it. Nice save. You can tell she's a confident gymnast as well. There she goes on her cartwheel series. There, save it. Good.
There she able to stay on the beam.
She fixed her shoulders very quickly, which was typically the reason why people fall. She saved that nicely. And then she has a front tuck. Very nice.
Good routine.
She stuck it. Very good. Yeah, she should be happy with that.
Big hug from her coach. And I believe they have 3 more girls for Westville.
Yeah, I'm not sure if all of them are competing on the balance beam.
Yeah, it's a very difficult skill. Elkhart will warm up.
Looks like they have at least 2 more that are ready to compete.
Elkhart will warm up on the floor. And we can take a break, Gary, on Michiana Video. We'll be back.
Here at A1 Concrete Leveling, we pride ourselves on our experts who will do whatever it takes to restore your concrete to its original condition. We hydraulically pump either a mud concrete mixture or an environmentally friendly polyurethane compound. As soon as we're done, we patch up and you're all set. A1 is here to make the process as simple and clean as possible. A1 Concrete Leveling.
At OSMC, we're surgical and non-surgical experts for your bones, joints, muscles, and more. We take time with you. We listen, then offer you treatment options. You decide on the solution that's right for you. This straightforward approach sets OSMC apart. It's the way to care. Visit osmc.com or call to make your appointment with the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center at any of our 6 Michiana locations.
Premium Concrete is a locally owned family business in business since 2004. We're located just across the Elkhart River from Tom Kurth Field at 712 Richmond Street. Premium Concrete specializes in municipal and utility work, along with heavy industrial and commercial concrete projects. We're a proud member and supporter of this outstanding and diverse school system and community. Premium Concrete.
Looking for a Medicare plan's easy, right? If you like reviewing dozens of plans all by yourself. Or you can turn to health markets and let your local licensed insurance agent help make it easier to find the right plan. Together, we'll help you compare a range of plans in your area and find the one that fits your needs and budget. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Call the number on your screen to talk with your local health markets agent today.
Back at the club for gymnastics, we're watching the balance beam right now.
We have a Westville competitor finishing up. And then Aubrey Fruth will start on the floor. Here goes Aubrey.
And now we'll split.
Nice jump series. She got her legs up there.
Coach Crowder says her jumps are her strength.
She's a very powerful gymnast. Here she goes. Nice pass. Very clean. Very nice. That was a shrug to a full split jump. That's a hard jump. Okay, here's her round up back handspring layout. Very
well
nice job.
done by Aubrey.
Yeah, that was a very clean routine.
The senior leader for Elkhart.
Yeah.
Coach Crowder very pleased.
Seems like a leader overall in the classroom.
Very
and
much so. Very
obviously
accomplished young
in
lady.
Gymnastics, yeah, she's a great kid. And we will have Kat next on the floor. Or is it Kaylee?
Oh, it's gonna be Kaylee next. According to our sheet.
I wonder if they switched.
They switched? Yeah.
Looks like Kat is
because
preparing.
Kat's there.
We will have to wait and see.
We'll see.
We still have Westville finishing up on beam.
One of their competitors.
The judges are doing a nice job moving things along.
Yeah.
Here she goes.
I think you're right, Libby. I think we just switched up the order here. That's fine.
Just going to go to a series of some sort, I'm assuming. Front walkover. Don't see that very often. Very nice. Front walkover, front walkover.
Yes.
Good connection on that as well.
So Kat will go next. Kat Tyrakowski.
Yes, here she goes on the floor. She has a 10.0 start value, which is super impressive as a freshman. Looks like she's perfected her full twist and is working on her 1.5. So we'll be excited to see that in the upcoming meets. She goes. I believe she's probably going to start with her round off full. And she does. Very nice.
Well done.
She had good height on that. Very nice. Full split, full split.
Second pass now.
She's going to do a front tuck walkout to a round off back tuck. Very nice. She has a lot of power. You can tell she's really high, which will help her execution score.
Now some dance to get her breath a little bit.
Very nice routine for Cap. Here goes her last pass, which is going to be a round off full. That's okay.
Goodness gracious.
That's okay. That's a hard pass to end on. Hope she didn't hurt herself.
She's working on it, Libby, for sure, and she's disappointed, but a very well-done routine, that final pass.
Yeah.
And some encouraging words from Coach Crowder and a hug. God bless her.
Well, and you know, once she perfects that pass, it'll help her a lot. Because
absolutely.
It'll raise her execution score to end on a difficult pass like that. Unfortunately, by your third pass, you're out of breath. She'll be okay.
She'll work on it.
Okay, it looks like we have Kaylee next on floor.
So Kaylee will be there. I should mention that we had an 8.5 score for Aubrey
That's
on
great
floor.
for Aubrey. And Kaylee is also on the freshman volleyball team, so that's great for her.
Well, that's tough to do.
Yeah, it is. I'm impressed. She was at the club for a long time and took a little break and came back, so we're happy she's back to be on the high school team. And Westville has finally finished up on the beam, so it looks like we're just waiting for these final contestants on the floor. We'll have Kaylee, Reagan, and Maya.
So we're totaling up Kat's score right now, as our judge has to compute all that, and then we'll be ready for Kaylee.
A volleyball player. So that's great that these girls are so well-rounded.
And if I calculated this right, Libby, that means that everybody's done but us, right?
I believe so, yes. I think we're just waiting on these
just
last
trying to
3 floor competitors. I
New
know,
Prairie
they've been
and-
jumping all over the place. It's hard
And
to keep
Westville
track.
going through the different skills.
Yes, I believe we're done. Okay, and it looks like the judge is finishing up, and Kaylee will start shortly. There she goes.
Just let everyone know Elkhart has a sizable lead in the team competition, but of course they're really working on their team score, and it's great to see New Prairie and Westville compete. But here's Kaylee.
She does not have a 10-0 start value, but we're just hoping for a clean routine to help maybe contribute to that team score and her all-around score as well. Here goes her first pass, a round off back handspring back layout. She's always been such a fast tumbler.
She has some speed.
She does.
Got the wheels.
When she was younger, she was just this little thing that would just tumble across the floor so quickly. It was incredible. She still is a little thing, and she's still a quick tumbler.
She's a little gal.
There she goes.
Pretty pleased so far. So her second pass now.
She's going to do her front pass, which is going to be a front handspring to a front half. Very nice.
So some dance choreography. Give her a breath here.
Yeah, she has a very nice routine. She continues to add some more difficult skills. She'll get to that 10-0 start value quickly. Here she goes as she prepares for her last pass, which is a round back handspring layout, the same as her first pass. Very nice.
Very nicely done.
That was a great routine. She has a lot of power, a lot of energy.
Solid routine for Kaylee Brown.
Yeah, she should be happy with that. And it looks like Reagan and Maya are our last competitors.
And we posted an 8.10 for Kat Tyrakowski.
Which, considering that fall again, these girls have to cut themselves some slack because that's not bad at all.
And you can tell the skill set's really there for her.
Yeah,
she just
she'll get
continues
there.
to work hard.
She'll get there.
Just a freshman, as is Kaylee.
So Reagan will be our next competitor. And as we talk, she's still overcoming her injury, but she has a very impressive background. She was MVP her freshman year and the Pride winner her sophomore year. And she also competed at the AAU Junior Olympic Games last summer, which she placed top 6 of her age group. Well, so that's quite the accomplishment.
She's very much a committed gymnast for sure. And as you mentioned, Libby, she's been doing it for a long time.
She has.
Since she was a little girl. And
not only does she compete, but she also helps with the younger kids with tumbling classes, pre-team, and also some of the team levels as well. So she's very dedicated. We're really going to miss her when she graduates.
Oh, we got another year left. But,
we do, but it goes quickly.
Yeah, it does. And again, Coach Crowder really hoping for a nice tournament run. Elkhart finishing second last year in the sectional. As a team, advanced to regionals. And if you have a healthy Reagan Iannarelli, it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, she could definitely go individually to state as well. Here
so we're about ready to get underway. So here's Reagan.
You can tell she's really getting her confidence back this year. Here she goes with her first pass. After some dance. Thought we were ready for it.
Well, usually do that between the second and third. Here she goes.
Front tuck walk out to a back full. Very nice. Second pass right off the bat.
Oh, my.
Very nice.
Well done.
Yeah, front full forward roll. She's going to do her switch leg to her straddle right here. This is fun music. I like this for her. One and a half full turn. Full split jump. Cool.
Gets her breath, and she's ready for her third pass.
She's going to end on a round off back 1.5. Very nice.
Wow.
She stuck that. Again, that's a hard pass to end on when you're tired. She did a nice job there. Good job, Reagan. That
beautiful routine. Reagan Iannarelli.
And it looks like her season high on that routine was a 9.7, so that's awesome. Good for her.
And a high 10 from Coach Crowder. 8.6, by the way, for Kaylee Brown on floor. So Reagan, a wonderful routine. Has to be very pleased. Coach Crowder is. Big smile from her across the way. And
then we'll end with Maya. And this is her specialty in her main event. And as I mentioned before, she broke the school record last meet with a 9.9, which I believe was the last time it was broken was in 2011. So that's great. Good for her.
That's correct. Yes.
I think it was by Desi Mousman.
Oh, my gosh. I remember Desi.
Yeah, blast from the past.
I remember
she was a great
Desi.
gymnast.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Maya definitely is deserving.
Yeah.
So she has a 10.0 start value as well, obviously. So we will see what we get from Maya.
She's waiting to get the go-ahead from our judge as puted.
And like Reagan, she was the MVP and Rookie of the Year and has been at the club consistently for many years. Helps out and works with the pre-team girls, so that's awesome.
Another very devoted gymnast.
Yeah, I think she'll do really well this year. I think she could definitely make a state run. Looks like her and Reagan competed in the Valpo pairs a couple weekends ago, and they got 5th place.
And that's a very difficult competition at that meet.
Yeah, there's a lot of very good teams there. Very talented kids.
Northwest Indiana. And what a beautiful facility over at Valpo, too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, so a fifth place, that's really, honestly, an awesome placement for them.
So now we have the score in for Reagan, and we'll go to Maya.
Here goes Maya. She's always been a great performer. You can tell she really gets into her choreography. And she goes on her first pass, front handspring, front full. Nice.
Well done.
Beautiful. She had a little step, but not anything major. Oh, very nice. She's getting great height on those twists. That will definitely help her execution score. Shrug to a full split jump.
And she has difficult skills within this event.
She's very composed, though. You can tell she's very confident. She has great presentation.
And she'll get ready for her third pass.
Round off 1.5, back full. Hit it. Nice.
Very nicely done.
You can see where she got that 9-9. That was a great routine for Maya.
Beautiful, Maya.
Very great.
Maya Betancourt.
They have a lot of talent on the floor.
So Elkhart really showing off then just through mid-season practically, 6 weeks before the sectional, but a lot of tremendous gymnastics tonight. And we also saw some wonderful competition from Westville and New Prairie. And so we'll have awards. Let's take a break here on Michiana Video.
You've decided it's time for your kitchen remodel, and the next step is to call Modern Kitchen. We'll create a kitchen as special as you and your family's need, your personal style, giving you a whole new living experience. It becomes your family time, gather with your neighbors time, or just you time. From planning to completion, Modern Kitchen makes your project hassle-free, so you can redesign, remodel, and relax.
Voted the #1 home and garden center. Discover Linton's Enchanted Gardens and explore 9 acres of family fun. Enjoy the free petting zoo, ride a swan paddle boat, walk on water inside an orb, mine for gems, ride a quad cycle, and so much more. Visit the area's largest home and garden center. Be inspired by all the beauty. Dine at the Garden Cafe. Easily accessible on County Road 17 in Elkhart, off the toll road or bypass. To plan your visit, go to littons.com.
You've decided it's time for your kitchen remodel, and the next step is to call Modern Kitchen. We'll create a kitchen as special as you and your family's need, your personal style, giving you a whole new living experience. It becomes your family time, gather with your neighbors time, or just remodel and relax.
Hello folks, if you're looking to buy or sell quality new and used sporting goods, make sure to check out Play It Again Sports Elkhart by the Concord Mall. In the meantime, check us out here on Facebook or visit our website. Thanks for watching and best of luck to both teams.
Today's game is brought to you by Bowling Vision Center. Amazing happens here. And A1 Concrete Leveling. Don't replace your concrete, repair it.
And we're back at the Club for Gymnastics on Industrial Parkway on the east side of Elkhart. And we're just waiting for awards, and already the competitors are on the floor. And with the magic of computers nowadays to compute placement in the 4 events and in the all-around, we should have results for you relatively quickly. And I know Westville and New Prairie, they want to get on the road too, right?
Yeah, I would assume so, considering it's snowing as well. It's not the nicest night out there today.
And of course, they really live in the snow belt.
Yeah, they get a lot of lake effects. Yeah,
right,
I'm sure it's definitely worse where they are than where we are. However, they're probably used to it by now. I would assume.
I think they are. They're pros on snow removal.
Yeah.
And just a great meet. Your overall impressions even before awards?
Yeah, I mean, I think they did a really nice job. I think Elkhart, like I said, has a lot of depth, which will help them in years to come, and especially this year with sectionals. As we mentioned, like Mariah, for example, she's injured, and she obviously was a key component. So it's great that they have girls that are able to, you know, pick up that piece of the puzzle. So I think they'll do really well. I hope that they continue to grow before sectionals, because ideally that's where you want to be your best. So, however, the fact that they're already putting in harder tumbling passes and connections and whatnot, I think is a great sign, because if they get comfortable with it now, they'll be successful with it later.
You know, one thing that's always interesting to me when I watch gymnastics here, what Coach Crowder does, because really we have a feeder system in place.
Yeah.
Almost all of them come from the club here as junior gymnasts as they work their way up. And you see these little girls right here that they'll be awarding the ribbons to the high school athletes.
Yeah, and they're all club gymnasts, which is so cool.
And so that's how you keep that going. And this is kind of a blueprint for all athletics.
I remember my freshman year was the first year that we had this gym. We were there just wasn't room in the high school, so we were forced to this gym. And I remember it was kind of, I think, scary and unknown at first in Kathy's eyes, but she's turned it into something really special, because it just became this incredible feeder program, and all these girls were able to grow up together and then trust each other on the high school team. And at the end of the day, like, knowing your teammates, trusting your teammates, you know, accepting their strengths, that's a big part of forming a successful team. So,
no question about that. And to your point, Libby, I hear there might even be an expansion of this facility over the summer. They definitely
could use it.
And one of the other huge advantages at a lot of places in high schools, because of gym space, you literally have to put everything in and take everything out when you're using the gym.
Yeah.
So you have to lay down for the floor and the beam, the uneven bars and the vault, which
takes up a lot of your practice time, and practice time is limited.
And then you have to take it all down.
Yeah.
And here we don't have to do that.
And that's why we have Westville and New Prairie here, because of those situations. They don't have gym space, so they go to other local clubs in the area, and then they compete with us. So I think definitely I'm happy that Elkhart values gymnastics, and we have this incredible program, because it's something that not a lot of schools have. Not even Penn has a gymnastics team, which seems bizarre.
And just to let folks know, there are clubs. You can compete at age or talent level. Is it just age, or is it talent level also, Libby? I mean, for club gymnastics?
It has to do right now with, like, their skills.
Their skill.
Yeah.
Like almost like a handicap or something.
Yeah,
right?
So it is, I would say, talent level, but I think the club welcomes any age, any gymnast.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of really great coaches here that help them out.
But I'm just thinking the girls from Penn, for example.
They're able to compete in the club level or as an individual.
I got you.
So technically they could compete as Penn High School. Okay, we're starting with vault scores.
Here's our... So vault first. And there's Maddie Reynolds. And Riley Topolsky from Westville. So Kat Tyrakowski.
They said fifth place
for
vault?
Fifth place for her.
Fourth place?
Fourth place. Kaylee Brown in third place.
With a 9.0, very nice.
Reagan with second place finish in the vault.
Very nice.
Maya Betancourt. We love that vault that she completed. So she wins the vault with a 9.4.
Very deserving. They all did great.
And one of the traditions of gymnastics, a salute on the stand.
Next we'll get
We're
the bar.
Go to bars. Madison Runnels from New Prairie in 8th. Madison Holdeman, good for her. 7th place tonight. Kylie Curran from Westville. Riley. Kaylee Heath. Janelle Abarca. Well done, Janelle. Maya Betancourt.
And I'm assuming Reagan will get first place. Very
so
nice.
Reagan Yanarelli
with an 8.6 on bars. 8.6 that once they add in those giants, they will make a lot of headway on that event.
Absolutely. Beam. Ashlyn from New Prairie. Madison again, Holdeman of 7th place. Riley Topolsky in 6th from Westville. For the 4th place finish. Or 5th place, rather. Kaylee Heath from Westville.
3rd place with an 8.5 from Elkhart, Aubrey Fruth.
Aubrey Fruth in 3rd place on the beam.
2nd place with an 8.85 from
Even with the fall, she recovered nicely.
Absolutely.
And 1st place on the beam tonight with a score of 9.65 from Elkhart,
Reagan with an
Very
outstanding
nice. Yeah,
performance,
she had a great beam routine.
9.65.
She should be really proud of that.
My goodness. That was amazing. Friends at Bowling Vision Center, there's your salute. I want to thank our friends from Bargain Right, one of our big sponsors, and our friends from Linton's.
You can see the girls trying to get around.
Yeah. Kat with a tie for 8th for Elkhart.
In 7th place with an 8.25 from Westville, Kaylee Heath.
Kaylee Heath again with a on the stand.
Tied for 5th place with scores of 8.4 from Westville, Kylie Curran.
Kylie Curran.
And from New Prairie, Madison Reynolds.
And Madison Reynolds tied.
Very nice.
In 4th place with an 8.5
So 4th place now.
Aubrey Fruth.
Aubrey Fruth with a 4th place on the floor.
And she had a very clean routine.
Kaylee Brown, good to see that. You were really impressed with her.
Yeah, as a freshman, she had a lot of energy, a lot of power.
And Reagan now finishing 2nd. And we all know this.
Yeah. Reagan and Maya both, though, incredible routines. Honestly, I was really impressed with all of Elkhart's routines. They did a great job.
So Maya and Reagan each win 2 of the individual events. And the salute from the ladies.
Yeah, and then we will head into our all-around scores.
In 8th place with a 29.75 from New Prairie, Ashlyn Fleris.
So Ashlyn Fleris finishing 8th.
With a 30.45 from Westville, Kylie Curran.
Kylie Curran finishing in 7th from Westville.
30.55 from New Prairie, Madison Reynolds.
And senior Madison Reynolds finishing 6th for New Prairie.
With a 30.8 from Elkhart, Kat Tyrakowski.
Kat Tyrakowski, how about that?
There she goes.
That's awesome to see.
I feel like she's defeated, but she should be proud of herself.
She's got
There we
a
go,
huge
a smile.
upside. There she is. All right. Topolsky from Westville. Kaylee Heath with 3rd place.
Second place with a 35.85 from Elkhart, Maya Betancourt.
Maya with a 35.85.
Very nice. Those are going to be really close all-around scores. Thought it would be closer. I
Reagan.
think Reagan made up a lot on bars. Very nice.
She did 36.6, so Reagan wins all around. Maya finishing 2nd.
Yeah, they're
And
neck
we'll-
and neck. They're both very talented gymnasts.
And we'll get the team score for you in just a moment here.
Total team scores
New Prairie 88.8. Westville 95.9.
Very nice.
106.8 on a Thursday night in Elkhart. And you just saw a lot more room that you can top that score, didn't you, Libby?
A lot more room for improvement. And it's important to mention that they're ranked 4th in the state with their 107.85 finish. So that is a great start, and I'm excited to see where they go from here.
So an exciting night of gymnastics here at the Club for Gymnastics in Elkhart. Elkhart with a 106.8. Reagan Yanarelli winning the all-around. Maya Betancourt finishing 2nd in all-around. Kay Tyrakowski finishing 5th from Elkhart in all-around. So very impressive for that young freshman. And just a wonderful night. Gary, do you have anything else for tonight? You see our upcoming streaming schedule. We'll be back at Northside Gymnasium on Saturday, February 1st for boys basketball. The Warsaw Tigers will visit the Elkhart Lions. And then on Thursday, February 6th, we'll be back at Northside Gym as the same New Prairie Cougars will travel from New Carlisle to take on the Elkhart Lions. Gary, you have anything else for us tonight? There's our crew. Of course, I'm going to salute our crew. So that's our last task for tonight. So first, for the Michiana Video Production team, Jason Arians, our technical assistant. The camera folks tonight were Keith Bieber, my friend. And, of course, the super fan, Mr. Justin Nelson. I'm with 2015 Elkhart Central High School graduate sectional champion, Elkhart Central Blue Blazer, Libby Yeakey, who gave all the tremendous expert commentary. And, of course, the executive producer of Michiana Video is Mr. Gary Martin. We want to wish you a very pleasant good evening from the Club for Gymnastics in Elkhart. Once again, Elkhart winning the team score. Reagan Yanarelli finishing 1st, and Maya Betancourt finishing 2nd all around. Wish you all a very pleasant good evening. And as always, go Lions!
Thank you for watching tonight's game here on the Michiana Video Facebook page. Be sure to like us and follow us so that you don't miss any of the Elkhart streams. Go Lions!
Great job, Libby.